What's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do another top 10 list. Today's top 10 list is the top 10 monster action figures, well, giant monster kaiju action figures in my collection. So, just so I don't get repetitive, I'm actually taking some figures out. You know, I have two lists right now. I have the top 10 NECA, and my top 10 NECA Godzilla, and I just did the top 10 figures of the Monsterverse. So I don't want my list to be the same, you know, number ones. Like, my number ones have always been Burning Godzilla, Rodan, and the atomic Godzilla that's all blue from King of the Monsters. So those three are taken off the list. I'm not going to add them because I don't want to get repetitive. So I'm going to try to do a little bit more variety. These are just the figures that are in my collection, so there could be better figures out there. I just don't personally have them. The brands I'm working with are Diamond Select, NECA Toys, and Playmates, and maybe the Bandai Movie Monster series, okay? Those are the ones I'm working with here. Like I said, there might be better figures. There might, you know, might not. I don't know. This is just my personal list. I hope you guys like it. Let's get to my number 10 best figure of my giant monsters. My number 10 is the Diamond Select Toys from Pacific Rim Uprising of Kaiju. Kaiju is a really awesome kaiju. I really love the design of Kaiju. I think it's a must, and honestly, it's pretty inexpensive when I bought it. I bought it at retail, so I don't know how much it would be now, but I think it was like 40 bucks, but honestly, it's not a bad price for such a massive figure, and I think it's a really great figure to have in your monster collection, and it's always nice to add variety of kaijus. So let's get to number 9. My number 9 is the Movie Monster Series Biollante. I really dig this figure a lot, especially considering how expensive other Biollantes are. I picked this off of Amazon with Prime for like, I think it was like $23, like really not a bad price. The Movie Monster Series, like I said, they're more the 6-inch scale, which is kind of what I go to, but I think as a collector, especially if you want to get a Biollante and a really nice detailed Biollante and you don't want to pay the SH Figure Arts price, this is not a bad deal. So that's why this is my number 9 for my top 10 list. And let's see what number 8 is. My number 8 is from Playmates, actually. I think this is one of the, out of the legendary, I don't know if that's what they call it, the classics or legends line of Playmates. I think this is the best one. And for 10 bucks this guy is, you get a really solid Gigan to put in your collection. The details there, and to have Gigan represented in your collection is always a good thing. He's one of the best villains of the Godzilla franchise, in my opinion. He's one of my favorites, so I'm really happy to have him. And I think, like, you know, considering some of the other Playmates, you know, like, let's take Destroya, for instance. As much as I love Destroya and I'm happy to have him for 9 bucks, you know, you could definitely tell it's a $9 figure. But this one, I actually think you get it cheap, like, for the price. It's not a bad price, because I do think this one is really detailed. You know, like I said, compare him with the Destroya figure, and this one's a pretty solid figure. It actually looks more like a Movie Monster Series than it does Playmates. So I was really excited for this figure. That's why this is my number 8. Let's jump to number 7. Number 7 is the NECA Toys NES Godzilla figure. This was a figure I was super hesitant to get. I wasn't going to get it. But when I got it, I was so happy I got it. I just think it's such an awesome figure, such a cool design, and I think it's definitely a figure that if you can get, I would. I mean, I don't know how much the NECA Godzilla figures have gone up in price since the cancellation of the license, but if you can get this guy for a reasonable price, I would definitely get him. He's really awesome. The paint is just fantastic, and he's just a great character to have in the collection. And I like any time you can have a Godzilla figure with that is outside the normal colors, right? It's not the greens or the blacks. It's like, you know, these ones are more like, you know, in your face, and like they pop on the shelves. It's always nice. So that is my number 7. Let's get to number 6. Number 6 is the Diamond Select Toys from the Pacific Rim Uprising of the Kaiju drone. This figure is really awesome. It's really unique. And if you guys have not seen the Netflix Into the Black, I would watch it because it actually explores more of these Kaiju drones. Which I think makes it really cool. I'm actually happy I got the figure, and I did, because I'm sure the prices had gone up even higher. But this figure is really awesome. Like I said, it's a really unique. It's really cool to get a Jaeger Kaiju hybrid. I have reviewed this guy on my channel. Go check him out. Honestly, if you guys, a lot of these figures I have reviewed, go to my Godzilla Monster playlist, and you guys can see all these figures that I've individually reviewed. This is one of them. And this is a really great figure, and I think like you can get it for an inexpensive price. I would definitely jump on this guy. He's a fantastic figure, and he's a really, really unique giant monster to put in the collection. All right, so my number 5, I'm cheating a little bit. I'm going with all 3 of the NECA King Kong releases. Now, there are 4, but the 4th one is the exact same figure as this guy, just different accessories. So, I'm going with all 4. They're pretty much, for the most part, all the same figure, just different head sculpts and paint jobs. And I just think when NECA lost the Godzilla license to Playmates, it was devastating. That was my favorite line of NECA. I think this Universal Monster line is going to be, up there now. But, like, I love the Godzilla line. I own every single release of the Godzilla NECA figures except the Loot Crate exclusive, which was the Reactor Glow. But that's not a big deal to me, honestly. If I can get it for a cheap price, great. If not, I'm not losing sleep about it. But it just shows you NECA's resilience, that they wanted to still give us Kaiju fans a big monster line. And they decided to take matters into their own hands and give us Kong. So we got these really great King Kong figures. I'm so happy to have them in my collection. That's why they're at the number 5 spot. And like I said, guys, this list is going to be different because I'm just trying not to always go over the same figures that I've already put into a couple of my top 10 lists. Like I said, I think I actually have 3. I think I did the top 10. I ranked all the Playmates King Kong, Godzilla Kong figures. I did the top 10 NECA, and then I just did top 10 Monsterverse. So I want to mix it up. There's so many great figures. I have, I think, like over 50 giant monster figures, so I think they all deserve to be represented. So I'm trying to make this list with some variety here, so you're not just seeing the same stuff. But number 5 is King Kong from NECA. It's the King Kong line as number 5. Number 4 is the NECA Toys Godzilla 2014. It is just a really fantastic figure. I've talked about it several times. Like I said, the legendary Godzilla design is my personal favorite design. So I had to get at least one legendary Godzilla up here in the giant monster list. And I chose to do the 2014 because I don't think it gets enough love. I always kind of go with more of the King of the Monster ones. So I had to put this guy in the top 10. I needed someone to represent my legendary Godzilla. So here it is, Godzilla number 4. Number 3 is Warbat. I actually just realized I didn't include him in my Monsterverse figures. I'm not really sure why, because he actually would have been in the top 3. That's how much I love this figure. Like, wherever I put Mecha Godzilla, he's ahead of Mecha Godzilla. So if you guys watched that and now you're watching this, he should be in there. It's just an oversight. I just forgot to take him out. But Warbat is one of my favorite original Kaijus / Titans from the Monsterverse. I've always wanted to see a serpent Kaiju, and the fact that they gave us one and now we have it in figure form is just truly incredible. I love this figure so much. I actually think this is the best. This is the best out of the Playmates Godzilla Kong figures. I think I actually have him as my number 1 in that ranking. If you guys want to check that out, like I said, go to my Godzilla Monster playlist, and you can see the Playmates ranking. But this figure is fantastic, and I hope you guys like this figure. Let's go to the final 2, and let's see who they are. Number 2, I'm cheating again, but I'm doing the 2-pack of the Pacific Rim, Gypsy Danger, and Knifehead. This is my number 2. I think these figures are fan-friggin-tastic. I love them so much. Knifehead is one of my favorite Kaiju designs. Pacific Rim is one of my favorite all-time films. So to have these 2 guys to represent that movie is just awesome to me. And I couldn't just pick one without the other. They're such an iconic duo. You have to go with it. And that's one of the coolest fight scenes in the film. If you guys have not seen Pacific Rim, go check it out. If you're a monster fan, that is a must-watch. Guillermo del Toro did such a fantastic job with that first movie. It's one of the, like I said, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. But yeah, this is my number 2. Let's see number 1. And my number 1 is the NECA Toys King Kong vs. Godzilla. Oh man, I cannot talk enough about how amazing this figure is. If I could recommend any NECA figure, and this is even the Burning Godzilla that is my favorite. And again, that's more fair because I love the color orange, I love the legendary design. But I think in my top 10 NECA review, he is in the top 3. I don't know if he beat Rodan or not, but I know he's top 3. This figure is just outstanding. And this figure is the reason why I actually bought every NECA Godzilla figure. When before I had a few. I had like the 2014, I had one for King of the Monsters, and I think I had the Tokyo not TQSOS, the Giant All Out Monsters Attack Godzilla with the blue. I had those. I had a few, right? And then I was at a Target and I saw him, and I've always loved this design. And I took him home, I opened him up, I put him on the shelf, and he just blew my mind. And I literally, within that next month, bought every single Godzilla NECA release because of this figure and how truly amazing this figure is. If you can only get one NECA Godzilla figure, this is the one I would recommend. And this is even over the fact that how much I love the NECA Burning Godzilla, because that's more of a personal preference, right? This one just universally amazing. It's such a fantastic figure, and I just can't say enough about how great this is. And I just think that this is why it's so sad to see NECA lose the license. When you see something so well sculpted, articulated, and just the price point, just everything about it is just perfect, and to see them lose the license is just sad. But this is the number one. This is my list. I tried to mix up and make it a little bit more unique and not see all the same characters. Like I said, I have like 50 plus big monsters in my collection. So these are just other ones that I love that I want to spotlight. I hope you guys like this video. I hope you guys can comment down below. Let me know what your favorites are, and I hope you guys can subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more Godzilla, Star Wars, Marvel, Disney, horror related stuff, man, keep an eye on my channel. That's what I do. That's what I cover. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Thank you so much for watching.